time to get your kitchen pantries organized.
Yeah, it's been one of those things. You keep saying you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Let's just do it. We're going to do it.
Just do it.
Food and entertaining expert Liz Corbett, pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
It is important. Stuff expires.
It does. It does. And I don't know if you're guilty of this, but have you ever gone in your pantry and you found something and the expiration date is like a couple years ago? Or if you're out grocery shopping and you can't remember what you have? I'm hopefully going to just throw some really good tips at you so you can remember these to keep your stuff reined in and in control. Because a chaotic pantry equals buying things you don't need, not knowing what's for dinner, and it's stressful. We want things in our home to create a sense of peace and calm, not stress, right?
So, Liz, you're going to be throwing stuff at us in case people miss it, because we might go a little quick. mymassappeal.com, that's where you go later today, and we'll have it all there.
Yes. We're also, at the same time, because I love to multitask, we're going to also make some dry mixes, because I'm a big one for buying things in bulk, saving money, saving time. That's how I roll at my house.
And yes, so what you said, I don't know if this is, I don't know if this is you, it is me, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to, it's all about being proactive instead of running around putting out fires. You have to have things planned ahead. Let's talk real quick about some of the visuals that we have out. You know, there's some really pretty organizational things out there. Some of them are very pricey, some of them not so much. I'm more of a do-it-yourself, let's go cheap kind of a gal, just because that makes me happy and I'll spend the money on other things like really nice ingredients. So you want to have, one of the top tips that you want to have in your home, whether it's in your pantry or in your kitchen, are zones. Okay? And zones in your home are going to be things like a baking zone if you bake. You want to have all of your things in there for your baking. You want to have a zone that's for just say snacks, which you're going to put in a basket. Baskets, baskets, baskets. If you remember nothing else, remember to get lots of little baskets to put your items in. If your shelf in your pantry looks like, you know, a Jenga puzzle gone bad, then you just need to contain everything. And you know what? You don't get extra points for having them all lined up. It's fine. Throw them in the basket, because then you say, okay, kids, it's time for a snack. Go pick one thing out of the snack basket. Easy. Pull it out, grab something, you're all set to go.
Great
so
idea.
Baskets and containers. You can do plastic shoe boxes. It doesn't have to be fancy.
And they're at the dollar store.
Oh,
so you don't
my
have to
goodness.
spend a lot of money.
Yes, please. Go there and get everything that you need.
So
some other creative ways that you can create zones are with, you've got the little turntable there if you want to just give that a slow spin.
Oh, I've been spinning it since, since 7 in the morning.
So that's another great way for those little items that just kind of get lost in the back corner of your shelves. Some people call them a lazy Susan, a turntable, whatever. Pick these up wherever you can. You can never have enough. I probably have at least 5 or 6.
I feel bad for whichever Susan this is named after. I was thinking
Susan is not lazy.
She gets a
She's
bad
not
rap.
lazy.
If
She's
your
not
name's
lazy
Susan,
at all.
out there, it's like a lazy Gladys or something.
My other thing that I want to say is that definitely keep your things in food-friendly containers. Cardboard boxes really don't last for extended periods of time, especially in the warmer months, because like it or not, little bugs can get in there. So always go with glass or BPA-free plastic, things like that. Jars are really fun and cool. And I buy in bulk and then I put them into jars. But let's make something called an SOS mix. All right?
What does it stand for?
Soup or sauce.
Oh!
All right? Now, you can, if you want to, go to the grocery store and get the cans of the creamed of soup, the cream of chicken, the cream of mushroom. This is a really fun way to have the dry mix on hand in your pantry and make it yourself. So we're going to put into here.
Okay, what goes into it?
Yeah, we're going to make half the mix because this makes a lot. So it calls for 2 tablespoons of onion flakes. We're going to do 1 tablespoon.
Okay.
And then it calls for a 1/4 cup of the instant chicken bouillon. You could do a vegetable if you want. And I'm going to do half of that into there.
Okay.
And then very carefully, we got cornstarch.
Okay.
And that's the binder. That's what's going to throw it together. We've got some Italian seasoning, and that's optional. And this is going to be on the website, so don't stress if you're trying to write it down or whatever. And then we've got some powdered milk.
Oh.
I switched it out. This was the powdered milk. That's the cornstarch.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And we're going to give this a whisk, and then you're going to keep this in a labeled jar in your pantry. And 1/3 of this mix with 1 1/4 cups of cold water. Whisk it and do it over the stove or in your microwave till it's thick. And this whole mix will equal 9 of those cans of soup.
Wow.
Yeah. So kind of cool. Saves you a lot of money. Just a fun thing to have in your pantry.
That is great.
And it will save you some time.
That's wonderful.
What do we have next, Liz?
All right, the other big thing, we talked about zones and we talked about sections within those zones. Because I'm a baker, I go even a little crazier with my spices. If you see the little basket under the shelf over there, I keep my sweet spices in one area and my savory spices in another area.
Hey.
Because it works for me. I've got
Yeah.
my cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, that sort of thing in one place, and then I've got my parsley, onion,
Thyme,
yes, thank
rosemary,
you.
sage,
All Scarborough Fair, all of those over in the other one.
We just listen to the Simon Garfunkel
So what do we
song.
make
The other one.
here?
Now we've got another fun DIY mix, and who doesn't love ranch dressing? Right? You
I
can
don't
buy
know
it in the
anyone.
bottle and has those scary ingredients in it. We're going to make our own, and this is another DIY mix. Why don't we switch? Maybe Seth could get in on this?
I would love to do
that.
some
Okay.
pouring this morning.
So we
Let's
have,
do
we're
it.
going to go half the recipe here. We've got 2 cups of parsley flakes,
Okay.
but what we're showing you is half. We've got some instant minced onion, because again, everything has to be dry. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of dillweed, which I absolutely love. You could take the or just right into the bowl. We're just going to pretend.
Okay, and then
Okay, and then we've got onion powder, and it's
Okay.
going to be like 1/4 cup. So how good are you at estimating?
Oh, about right. That's
Yeah.
1/4 cup.
Sure.
And then garlic.
And garlic, and you're going to combine that up, and you're going to keep it in a labeled container. And 1 tablespoon of this dry mix mixed with either 1 cup of Greek yogurt, mayonnaise, sour cream, buttermilk. You want 2 of those things.
And it's on our website. People can make
Yep.
it. Wonderful. Keep these dry mixes in your home.
But Liz, we need you to stick around because later in the show we're going
I'll
to
be
show you how
here.
to make your very own chai tea mix
Yay.
and more organization tips. So don't go anywhere.
We are back with food and entertaining expert Liz Corbett. Earlier we talked about organizing your pantry, and we're going to continue with that and talk about spices and hacks too. Little hacks you can do for
You know,
your pantry.
that's like the phrase, the hacks, the kitchen hack, the this hack, the that hack. There's so many really cool things that you can do that you would never have thought of. And I'm going to start out with those because I don't want to forget them.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's just run right through it. Now the mason jars are super cute and cool right now. We're putting all kinds of things in them. Did you know that when you have the shaky Parmesan cheese in your fridge and it's all done, the cover fits on a mason jar?
on a mason jar?
So you can turn your little cute
That's
jar
cool.
into something to either sprinkle or pour. So like we might have this on a big quart size and put our chai tea mix in it.
That is
Isn't that
really
the coolest thing
neat.
ever? Another really fun idea for reusing is that if you should happen to use this kind of creamer, or if your neighbor does, have them save them for you, especially the clear. You know how when kids are pouring cereal and they do like the box and then a little bit goes in the bowl and the rest goes on the table?
Oh, yeah.
Do smaller containers of the cereal that goes in the snack basket, so when they want to pour their own cereal, because it's all about being independent, you do it in the small container.
And it's single portion sizes, so your kids not
You
even
could
have
bring this
lots
in the
of cereal.
car. So it's like, you know, the little goldfish crackers, all that kind of
Cheerios.
stuff. It's in a small container, right? It's contained.
Take us through
Think
this.
outside the box when it comes to organizing your kitchen. This is what you think it is. It's a magazine holder for your office. Now, these things can get out of control. These, you know, aluminum foil, the plastic wrap, etc. Put them into a bunch of these. You can use this as a divider in your shelf. So when you have your zones, it's like your paper goods are from here over. So that's another fun thing that you can do.
Great idea.
Isn't that awesome?
That's a really good idea.
I want to talk to you about some further organization, and that is you can do either paper or you can do non-paper on your phone. You have to have some kind of an inventory of what you have in your pantry. So you want to find, and they're super easy to find, they don't cost anything. Look up some pantry inventory lists. You can go with that. You can make your own.
So we have this
And what you
one.
can do
All
is you can
different
print it
kinds.
out, and you notice that that's in a plastic sleeve. So instead of printing out one every time you need a list and wasting paper, put it into the plastic sleeve, put it up onto inside of your pantry, and you're going to use a dry erase marker to make your marks on it. Take a picture of it with your phone. That goes with you to the grocery store. Hello, you've not wasted any paper.
That's smart.
Isn't that extremely cool?
She's good.
Okay, thank you.
Now,
Great.
we have about a minute left. Can we get
Okay.
to some chai tea?
Yes, let's do that. I'm all about making mixes yourself and saving money. I love vanilla chai tea. I'm a coffee drinker, but I will cross over into the tea zone if it's vanilla chai tea. This is going to have, and again, this is on the website, so don't be sad if you don't get all of it. It's going to have to be the dry ingredients. So we've got the dry milk powder, which is easy to find. We have some non-dairy powdered creamer going in. So you're going to have a regular one.
Okay.
You've got a nice suit on. I'm going to dump it for you. How's that?
Oh, I don't care.
So we're showing about half the recipe. So you want to do the regular creamer, and then you do the French vanilla creamer, and that gives it that vanilla flavor. Now this is not that hard to find. It's just plain old instant tea. You know when you find the iced tea in the tub in the store?
Oh, yeah, and they have instant coffee.
This is unsweetened plain tea mix.
Okay.
That's going to go in there as well. All right, and then you have 6 spices, which makes it really fun. You've got ginger, cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, which is in the ginger family, nutmeg, and allspice. The cardamom is what gives it that slightly peppery taste, which is really, really good. So all 6 of those are going in there as well. And then you're going to do 2 cups of sugar. And you want to process this in your food processor.
Oh.
Because see how you notice, like,
it's kind of grainy.
some of them are light,
yes,
and some of them are heavy. So it's going to settle. And so if you put it into your, doesn't that smell so good? If you want to put that into your food processor, it's going to make a fine powder. And 2 to 3 tablespoons of this into a mug of hot water or hot milk, and it really rivals the drive-through chai tea lattes that
and
you
that
get.
drive-through chai tea is about $4.
And this is, hello, I mean, just literally pennies for a mug of this. It's so, so, so good. So there's another idea for you. And store this in a glass jar labeled.
Saving people money. Thank you so
Love
much.
it,
You're
Liz.
welcome.
Thank
If you want
you.
a copy of these tips and tricks and mixes and so much more, online, mymassappeal.com.